It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll see Brock Bowers. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for this visiting Tokyo club, they come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Stroud looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up second down. Now Stroud. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Stroud will look to throw once more. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the left side. It's Saunders. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
66 yards.
And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Young off the play fake.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens,
43 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dragons offense had C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown. As Stroud now to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Again, it's Stroud. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here's Stroud.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This is 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action.
Young. Over the middle, complete.
That's Brown.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Young.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, Young. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. Now Young.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Dragons offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Young now.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. Over the middle, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Saunders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. To throw, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. It's Saunders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. Saunders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Young.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Stroud. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the bootleg, Stroud.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. In motion, the tight end.
Throwing now is Stroud. This one brought in by Jefferson.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Stroud looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
The chase will go in motion left. Now Stroud.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Play action. Stroud now.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
from 17 yards out.
And the Dragons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right on the 30. Oh, good move. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Stroud out of the gun here. Complete. Jefferson to target.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Looking to throw, Young.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Now a 2nd and 6. Running right, this is Spiller.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Throwing, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Young to throw it. That is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The play fake, now Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Steelers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
It's Young off play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Young to throw it.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Young off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Steelers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs.
He juked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Saunders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Young. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. We'll get this up to about the 44.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Here's Stroud. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The throwing again is Stroud. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stroud. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And able to get this out to the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Carter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Stroud looking to throw. Buying time to his left. 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now to change things up. Stroud will throw it. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dragons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A short one there to Freiermuth. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To throw, Young.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here is Young. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to... Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Try to take this home, they'll run. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So now the Steelers down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Young. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw with Stroud. Short throw caught by Bowers. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. On the give, here's Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Tokyo, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still 1 game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.